The next presentation is called The Next Evolution of AR Shopping. Unfortunately, not both of the speakers are here. One of them, Jason, he can't make it. We all know why. But that doesn't matter because Carolina is here from Snap, and she is great. Snap is different from any other platform. I just asked her backstage what's different about Snap, and she just said, it's better. So I'm very intrigued. She will now talk about how brands can use AR to directly sell their products. I'm very excited. Please welcome on stage Carolina from Snap. Woo! Have fun.
Well, hi everyone. This is a very big stage. Well, as they say in Venice Beach, moin moin. Hi, I am Carolina. I lead the launch of Snap's AR products globally. And I'm so excited to talk to you about today the way that we're looking at how the camera can transform the way that businesses and marketers and brands are reaching people. Now, let me start off by sharing a really unexpected truth that you've probably never heard before, which is personalization matters. Obviously, I'm kidding. This is something that all of you probably know extremely well. Clearly, this isn't new. However, what's really, really important is that this is actually more critical now than ever. And while it's obvious that this is really important, I think it's not obvious for how you actually do this. Do this at scale and do this efficiency for your business. Now, the one thing about personalization is that it's not just something that's effective unless it's authentic. It needs to be authentic, and it also needs to be inclusive. Now, to be truly inclusive, it's about every size, every color, every gender. The melting pot that is the world's global population. And in order to truly deliver something personal, it just needs to feel like you. Now, people want brands to get them. They want to relate to the brands, the marketers that they see. 71% of consumers expect companies to deliver personalized interactions. 3 in 4 are more likely to actually purchase if your experiences are personalized. And 82% of Gen Zs prefer brands that actually use images of real customers in their advertising. People that feel authentic, that feel like them. Simply put, people don't just want brands to get them, they expect it. They want to see a product, an ad, a website, an app, and feel connected to it. They want inclusivity and they want authenticity, key ingredients to successful personalization. They want to see themselves. But not getting personalization right isn't just affecting your popularity with Gen Z. It's creating real problems for your business. Personalization matters because it's critical to your business. And the big industry I want to focus on today is retail. Retail, more than any other industry right now, really suffers from the challenge of personalization. Now, online shopping is battling significant challenges. From challenges around experience. Now, 70%, that's 7 in 10 sessions, carts are abandoned online. It's a huge amount of time online websites that are just totally abandoned. There's 9.6 billion pounds of waste created every single year because of returns. Online return rate is 30 to 50%. Compare that to 5 to 10% of return rates in store. And lastly, loyalty is actually on the decline. During the pandemic, the challenges with loyalty only got even worse, with 3 in 4 shoppers actually changing the brands and the products that they're buying. And all of these issues are issues that actually could be better solved if you knew more about the person behind the screen. If you could build something that was really tailored to them, could meaningfully change the outcome. whether that's the right style, the right fit, the right product, the review, even the right educational context after they purchased. But how do you authentically build something personal for your brand, your marketing, your business, and do it in a way that's actually cost efficient? Now, we at Snap believe that the camera is the most powerful way to improve the way that people live their lives. Not will be, but already is. The camera is no longer a piece of hardware used to commemorate your special moments. It is powerful software, and it allows you to recenter your strategy around people, recentering your strategy around the customer that you're actually going after, rather than a feed of content. An experience where you are the input to accessing it. It's your face, it's your world, it's your voice, it's your gesture. You are the one that is at the center of this experience. And I would challenge anyone in the room to tell me what is more personal than your own face. There's literally nothing more personal than that. Now, this is really allowing businesses to transform the way they're talking to customers, going from, this looks good, she is gorgeous, to this looks good on me. Allowing you to go from this looks really fun to this actually is fun. Or this I saw to this I learned. Now, for Snap, we've always defined ourselves as a camera company, one that's focused on reality. It's not ambiguous, it's not confusing, it's not undefined, and it is not unproven. We are focused on the reality of behavior, real people, real problems, real things that you can solve. Because the real world is a pretty amazing place, and we believe it could be made even more spectacular with the camera. Now, over the past decades, we have been building audience behavior, technologies, and an audience that have laid the foundation for the future of the camera. The silly dog ears and the vomiting rainbows that you probably think of us for was an intentional first step. And this intentional first step has grown AR usage on a massive scale. 250 million people engage with augmented reality every single day on Snapchat, more than 6 billion times per day. Now, that's bigger than some of the entire app usage of other social platforms. And that's just daily AR users. Now, call this crying face silly. I don't disagree. But what isn't silly is the very advanced machine learning that went into building this. That's not silly. What isn't silly is that this has been actually engaged with 1.3 billion times. 1.3 billion times people engage with actually what is one of the most sophisticated and technologically advanced pieces of content in AR out there in the entire world. They didn't need a tutorial to do it. They didn't need to be forced to do it. They wanted to do it. Oh, and that usage was just in the first 6 days. The camera isn't an accessory. It's a daily interface, one that is used on a massive scale. Now, this foundation of behavior has laid the foundation for us to build new use cases for the camera, spanning the fun and entertaining to the practical and the useful. We aren't trying to convince people to use the camera. They're already there. We are introducing new things for them to do. Now, there we go. I want to show you a look at some of our newest technology that we just announced a few weeks ago. we're so excited about the opportunities for how Snapchat, an amazing marketing platform for many of you, is really evolving into a technology platform and partner to really change the way that you're talking to your customers. Now, for the last part of this presentation, I'm actually going to go through 4 different case studies of different businesses which we believe are really kind of defining the future of how you can leverage AR. So I'm going to start with Zenni. Now, Zenni Optical is an emerging eyewear retailer. And the eyewear category actually has a lot of unique challenges. Now, one of the key challenges within the eyewear market is actually how competitive the market is. There are a lot of different eyewear retailers out there, which means it's really, really critical for Zenni to be able to reach an unduplicated and very large audience that they've never reached before. They're looking at an 18+ audience, which is obviously something that a lot of people are going after. Now, one of their other challenges is that because it's such a competitive market, they oftentimes have fluctuating price points, as well as a change in inventory very quickly. Things can be in stock and out of stock. What that means is that in order to be able to create really scalable and efficient experiences out there, they need something that's dynamic, that's real time, and that's going to update and reflect the reality of things like their inventory or things like their price. Things that are really hard to control if your content is static and not dynamic. The second challenge that the category really faces is actually low customer confidence. Now, it is really, really hard to look at a picture of somebody wearing sunglasses and say, oh, for sure, those are going to look awesome on my face. Your unique shape of your face, the distance of your pupils, the distance of your nose, all of those things make a huge difference, which means that this category really suffers from people abandoning their carts online or returning a lot of items. Now, Zenni worked with us with a brand new technology that we announced earlier this year called catalog shopping lenses. What this technology does is it integrates a live data feed from their back-end catalog directly into the lens, so that in real time, the lens will always have updated pricing information, as well as availability and the ability to purchase each individual SKU. They built 2 experiences showcasing 8 of their most popular frames. This experience drove 60 million product trials. And because they can deliver this content directly into the Snapchat camera, it actually means that they're spending less than 1 cent per product trial. Now, one of the very unique things about the content that they developed is that they leverage some of our really new technology we launched last year. This technology is called True Size. And what it does is it uses a lot of the new sensors in a camera to be able to identify the unique shape of someone's face, taking the dimensions of the glasses and rendering it at perfect accuracy. And this isn't just for the LiDAR devices that, a very small percentage of the population has. This works on every single device type. But to really show you and to see if you believe it, I'll show you this video.
So I like these glasses so much that I decided I wanted to order them, and they just came, showing you guys the fit. True Size.
So that is True Size technology. This technology helped to drive an incremental 42% in return on ad spend. Now, very recently at our Snap Partner Summit a few weeks ago, we just announced brand new tools that's going to make creation and using all of these new technologies super fast and easy. Because I think ultimately probably so many in the room can probably attest, oh, that looks really cool, but it's too expensive, it takes too much time to build. These new templates are taking the creation process from 2 to 3 months to 2 to 3 minutes. All you have to do is upload your assets into our self-serve business manager tool. It is 100% free to use. You literally drag and drop the items that you want, and we auto-generate these amazing AR experiences. The other launch that we recently had is bringing that True Size technology for eyewear to any object in the world. I'm sure you can also attest that if you're shopping for a luxury handbag, knowing if it's this big or this big makes a pretty big difference on whether or not that price point is warranted. So we're really excited about bringing this to our partners as well. Now, the next brand I want to talk about is Rains. Now, Rains is an apparel retailer. And there's two things that they're really focused on of challenges. The first one is that they really want to build a very personal experience. For this brand, authenticity is really important, and inclusivity is really important. They realize that a lot of their product photography, isn't always going to be relevant. In fact, having an image of one model wearing your item is going to be relevant to, 1% of the population, because everyone is so different. And they know that being able to increase your confidence and your relatability to what you're seeing online is critical, especially for apparel where return rates is the highest of every single other vertical. However, it is very difficult to bring AR try-on to apparel brands. Why? Because they have so many different items that they sell, and there's really fast turnover of the SKUs by season. And building a 3D model for a shirt, a jacket, a dress is actually significantly harder than it is for shoes. That's why we're really excited to launch a brand new technology that removes the need for 3D models entirely. It's called AR image technology. How it works is that we can repurpose the existing model photography on a retail website. We're able to process it with over 20 different deep learning models, which can then simulate that item on someone's selfie. So this is done automatically, and the best part is that for the business, they're just repurposing what they already have within their catalog and on their e-commerce website. Now, for the Snapchatter, the experience is really fun. It actually takes them through a photo shoot experience, teaching them how to take a full-body selfie if they don't already have one. And then we actually save that full-body selfie so that they can actually use it across every single retailer. So whether they're shopping for a Rains jacket or American Eagle, they have that. Now, the last brand I want to talk about is Dior. Now, I'm sure you've heard of Dior, or maybe you're not familiar, but they're really focused on two things that I think a lot of the people in the room are probably going to find really relevant. The first one is that they can't justify investing in something that requires new effort, new cost, new content, unless it has measurable and deliverable ROI. And the second one is that they're really struggling with how do they make sure that this amazing content that they build is actually discoverable, that people know where to find it, that they can search for it and be able to try on these incredible Dior products. For that, they actually turn to brand new technology that we've been investing in over the past few years, very specific to our advertising stack. At Snap and on the product team, we believe that AR needs to have the same level of rigor when it comes to ad auction dynamics, optimization, measurement, and delivery than video. You shouldn't expect something less. You also shouldn't think that it's only for the upper funnel, those one-off moments, the innovation play, because you're really limiting the opportunity for how it can drive for your business. So they leverage brand new technology that's optimizing in our auction towards people actually most likely to purchase, and they're able to deliver a 6.2x return on ad spend for their AR experiences specifically, which is actually significantly larger than the return on ad spend than their total video campaign. I think this really proves to you that it's not just really cool and people are engaging, people are actually purchasing because we're solving real problems. The second feature they leverage is public profiles. Public profiles allow them to post their AR content that they already developed for their ad campaign and make it permanently discoverable on Snapchat. So people can go to their profile and browse literally their incredible lenses, which there are so many of. If you guys want to browse amazing Dior products, go to Snapchat, search Dior, check it out. Simply by posting to the profile, it makes their AR experiences organically discoverable in our organic feeds. This led to an incremental 2.3 million organic views of their AR experiences in addition to their paid campaign. Now, I think AR has been such an important area of focus, of course, for the company, and shopping has been the big area we've been doubling down on. And the reason why we're doing this is not because we think it's really cool. It's because we always start with people and behavior. We start with reality. And reality has shown us that this is what consumers want. Over the past year, 250 million Snapchatters have virtually tried on products 5 billion times. This is not an opportunity for the future. This isn't even an opportunity for today. This is actually the past. And it is because of these signals, it is because of this existing behavior that we are dedicating a brand new place in Snapchat to discover fashion content. It's called Dress Up. Dress Up is a new dedicated home where you can see amazing content from the likes of Dior, as well as incredible digital fashion content from AR creators around the world. Now, the last brand I want to talk about is Puma. Unfortunately, Jason couldn't make it today, but you have me, I'm sorry. Now, there's a few things that Puma was really thinking about, how do they solve? The first one is that they want to bring the most personalized and incredible experience to their shoppers everywhere their shoppers are. Yes, they want to reach their shoppers on Snapchat, but guess what? Their priority platforms are also their own app, their own website, their own stores. So this to them was a really critical area that they wanted to make sure they can improve that personalization across all of the channels that they really care about. The second challenge that Puma was facing is, again, something that I hear often from businesses, which is intimidation of where to start. Who can help me with the end-to-end service of integrating an AR strategy? From the creation of my assets to the technology itself, being able to actually hit every single product category, not having to go to a different solution provider for every single category, and being able to have the trust that over time, this partner is going to be able to continue to innovate with best-in-class technology, solutions, and support. That's why we're really excited to announce Puma as our first launch partner for Camera Kit for AR shopping, which brings the best of Snap's AR technology to retail apps, soon-to-come websites, and even stores. You do not have to log into Snapchat. You don't have to be a Snapchat user. This is Snap's AR technology powering cameras everywhere. And we're so excited because this is just the beginning of our journey. The opportunities for AR to create brand new industries within digital fashion is just starting. Transforming the way that you get up and get dressed in the morning, not just wearing your Superfly kicks, but adding a really fun digital layer on top. And from incredible companies like Artifact all the way to DressX, we've had an incredibly thriving community of AR creators who've been leveraging our platform for years to really help us usher this new stage forward. And so to sum everything up, basically the net-net is that personalization matters. And the good news is that personalization is now at your fingertips with the camera. The camera allows you to put your customers at the center of the strategy, making your content and your experiences them, not trying for them to be relatable to them. Now, thank you so much for your time. I can't wait to see the way Snap can help you change the way you're talking to your customers with AR. Thank you.